Roll call.
Monica Sullivan.
Here.
Edith McKee.
Here.
Allison Gordy.
Here.
Julia Foland.
Here.
Alexander Nanalo.
Here.
Trevor Stray.
Here.
Ryan Lucas and Mark Cox are excused. You have a quorum. Thank you.
Thank you. May we get a motion to approve the minutes from the November 8th, 2023 meeting? It's been moved by Commissioner Straight and seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Are there any corrections to the minutes? Are there any objections to the minutes being approved? Hearing none, the minutes are approved. Next, we'll be moving on to the special order of business. Are there any disclosures this evening? Nope. Hearing none, we'll move on to the consent agenda. May we have a motion to approve Resolution 2023-008, related case 2023-0113 on the consent agenda? It's been moved by Commissioner Gordy and seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Would anyone like to pull an item from the consent agenda for discussion or corrections? Hearing none, the consent agenda is approved. We don't have any site and/or landscape plan approvals, other business on the consent agenda, unfinished business, or items on the regular agenda this evening. Therefore, we'll move on to the public hearings, and I'll read the public process. The Urban Design Commission meets the second and fourth Wednesday of each month, except holidays, as regular meetings. If the Urban Design Commission fails to complete its agenda for its regular meetings, the Commission carries over the remainder of the agenda to the following meeting date. The procedure by which the public may speak to the Urban Design Commission at its meeting is: 1. After the staff presentation is completed on public hearing items, the chair will ask public testimony on the issue. 2. Persons who wish to testify will follow the time limits established in the Urban Design Commission Rules of Procedure. Petitioners, including all his, her, their representatives, will have 10 minutes. Rebuttal by the petitioner may be allowed when time has been reserved. Representatives of groups, community councils, PTAs, etc., will have 5 minutes, and individuals will have 3 minutes. When your testimony is complete, you may be asked questions by the Commission. You may only testify once on any issue unless questioned by the Commission. Any party of interest wishing to appeal shall first file with the Planning Director within 7 days of the Commission's decision made on the record a written notice of intent to appeal in accordance with AMC 21.03.050A.4.A. Commission recommendations to the Anchorage Assembly are not appealable. Following approval of the written findings of fact and decision, any party of interest may, within 20 days, file an appeal by filing a notice of appeal and paying the appeal fee and deposit in accordance with Section 21.03.050. The notice of appeal must be filled with the Planning Director on a form prescribed by the municipality. If the appellant is not the applicant, the appellant notice of appeal shall include proof of service on the applicant. With respect to case 2023-0133, the petitioner is the municipality of Anchorage, Eagle River Parks and Recreation. The request is for review of Phase 1 and 2 of the West Beach Lake Multi-Use Trail. May we please have staff's presentation?
Yes, thank you, Chair McKee. This is a trail review to construct approximately 4 miles of a gravel multi-use trail within Beach Lake Park. The trail would be constructed in 2 phases. Phase 1 would be within the park from Cook Inlet southward, and then Phase 2 would extend the trail from Beach Lake Park to Chugiak High School and include crossings of Fish Creek and the Alaska Railroad. Phase 1 would also involve the relocation of 2 miles of existing dog mushing trails. Additional details of the trails are in the staff report and application, and I'll let the project team speak to those later. One public comment was received by the planning department that is included in the supplementary packet. This is just a letter of support from the Anchorage Park Foundation. The application included additional letters of support or resolutions of support from multiple entities, including the Chugiak Eagle River Nordic Ski Club, the Chugiak Dog Mushers Association, and several community councils. The application shows engagement with the community with many documented meetings. The proposed trails are consistent with Title 21 and elements of the comprehensive plan, inclusive of the area-wide trails plan, the Chugiak Eagle River Comprehensive Plan Update, and the Chugiak Eagle River Long Range Transportation Plan. The project is also consistent with the Beach Lake Regional Park Master Plan, which included a conceptual development plan for this multi-use trail. The Urban Design Commission may approve with conditions, or reject the trail review application tonight during this public hearing. The department recommends approval of the new non-motorized multi-use trail, approximately 4 miles in length in Beach Lake Park, consistent with the application dated October 13th, 2023, and inclusive of phases 1 and 2 of the new multi-use trail, and also the relocation of approximately 1.9 miles of mushing trails. I'm here for questions of staff, and the project team is here to answer questions about the project. Thank you.
Thank you. Are there any questions of staff? Okay, it doesn't look like there are any. Will the petitioner please come forward? Please state and spell the record.
Is that not? Okay. Good evening. Hi, how are you? My name is Lucy Whitlinger. It's Lucywittlinger.
Thank you. You will have 10 minutes to present. Would you like to reserve any of your time for rebuttal?
Yes, I intend to leave approximately 5 minutes for rebuttal.
Thank you. Go ahead.
All right. Well, first I'd like to thank you for your service. We're very happy to be here tonight. Again, my name is Lucy Whitlinger. I am a landscape architect with Huddle. We are here on behalf of Eagle River Chugiak Park and Recreation to talk about the West Beach Lake Multi-Use Trail. This is a very exciting project. It is a component of the Beach Lake Master Plan, as Elizabeth had stated, and also the first segment identified for the Northern Coastal Trail Extension and a potential segment for the Alaska Long Trail. The funding for this project is part of an ARPA grant to improve Chugiak Eagle River trails with a matching grant from the Park and Rec in Eagle River. Total project cost of this is $500,000 for phase 1. So as we go to the next slide. So this is our proposed multi-use and mushing trails in Beach Lake Park. This is intended to be a year-round non-motorized multi-use trail, and as part of this project we are relocating and building additional mushing trails in the park to accommodate user safety. The phase 1 is a 2.5 miles of new multi-use trail and 1.9 miles of new relocated mushing trails. It's noted that approximately 0.8 miles of trail will be additional mushing trails that we will be building as part of this project. So the first phase will be going from this lovely photo here on the Kinnick Arm to David Blackburn Road within Beach Lake Park. That is the 2.5 miles of trail. The second phase is 1.5 miles continuing on from David Blackburn Road down to Chugiak High School. The total length of this project is 4 miles. It is noted that only Phase 1 is currently funded, and we are hoping to go for construction in 2024 as the ARPA grant, the fundings need to be spent by next year. So here we have a few graphics. So the first is the overview map. If you can see the red line going from the Kinnick Arm here around the west side of Beach Lake down here to this parking area, that is Phase 1. And then Phase 2 would be from David Blackburn Road, again following the road alignment, crossing Fire Creek here, crossing the railroad, and connecting into the Beach Lake Ski Trails and Chugiak High School down here in the south. So that is our overall alignment, the 4 miles. The Phase 1 here, again, this red line would be the Phase 1, and then Phase 2 is this section here. So our trail design parameters for this is intended to be a trail class 4 for both the multi-use trail and the mushing trails. The trail design parameters were adapted from the Far North Bicentennial Park Plan. The class 4 multi-use trail will be intended as an 8-foot gravel pathway with a 12-foot cleared surface, which will be ideal for winter grooming. And the mushing trails are intended to be 8 to 10 feet wide compacted earth or gravel mineral soils and 16 to 20 foot wide total clearing. Both of these were worked with the Mushers Association there in Chugiak to help develop what these trail parameters would be for the dog mushing trails. Also part of this project is keeping safety in mind. As we all know, Beach Lake Park is a wonderful opportunity to experience dog mushing in the Anchorage area. And this trail does cross existing mushing trails. If you can see up here, we have an area where the red line crosses the yellow line. The yellow lines are all of the new aligned mushing trails. So at this point, we are proposing a chicane gate. And so what this is designed to do is it is designed to bring the trail users to a slowdown or a stopping point to observe any potential dog mushers on the trail as they cross over accessing Kinnick Arm. This is something that was identified with the
You had 5 minutes in reserve. Would you like to continue?
I'll wrap up.
Okay.
Yeah, absolutely. Thank you. Okay, thank you so much. So the chicane gates were identified as an opportunity to safely cross multi-use trail users to the other side, accessing Kinnick Arm. So this project is consistent with multiple municipal plans. First and foremost, the Beach Lake Regional Park Master Plan. It is an identified component of that plan. As Elizabeth had also said, the Chugiak Eagle River Comprehensive Plan, the Area-Wide Trails Plan, the Long Range Transportation Plan, and many others. We have also provided and worked extensively with the community, attending multiple community council meetings, providing stakeholder meetings, public meetings, and going before the Eagle River Board of Supervisors. And we are very excited for this project, and I'd like to thank you very much for your time. And that's all.
Thank you. Don't leave.
Okay.
Are there any questions of the petitioner? Commissioner Sullivan?
Hi. Could you speak a little about the feasibility analysis and the findings? Do you guys did a feasibility analysis or not really?
Yeah, are you speaking to the
Of the
feasibility
crossing and...
study of the
yeah.
crossing? Yeah, absolutely. Yes, so in February of 2023, the Boutte Company and Reed Middleton had done a feasibility study to identify potential crossing opportunities for how the multi-use trail could intersect with the mushing trails. Multiple opportunities were identified, grade crossing at grade, separated grade crossing bridges that you would potentially see something similar to like in Kincaid Park. A lot of these options were opportunities to identify what would be a safe crossing. Through the process of Camber working with the Dog Mushers Association, it was also identified that an at-grade crossing could be a safe opportunity. And given the feasibility of the other options, it was identified that an at-grade crossing could work using a potential chicane gate.
Thank you.
Commissioner Straight?
Hi.
Hi.
I've got a couple quick questions. Can you speak a little bit more about the design of the chicane? And then is that design used anywhere else in the municipality at the moment?
Yes, absolutely. Great question. So the chicane gate, I'll go back to this slide. We can talk a little bit more about this. So how a chicane is designed is, you can see in this graphic up here, we have these gates and these fencing here that you would have to zigzag through the chicane. And a couple of examples, there is an example at Mirror Lake where they have mountain bike trails that have been recently developed out there. And as the mountain bike trails intersect each other, one is a steep downhill and you have to cross over, and so it's identified as riders would have to dismount their bicycles, look both ways before crossing a trail, continue on to the other side, zigzag through the gates to safely continue on your way. The concept is the same in this proposal, and what we are proposing is that this gate here would be closed during the winter months when dog mushing would take place. So that would occur August 1st to April 15th. In the summertime, the gate could be left open for users to travel all the way through unimpeded, just because dog mushing does not take place outside of those months. That's something that's been agreed upon and something that's been talked about with the dog mushers out at Beach Lake. And then this gate would also allow for ease of grooming in the wintertime. Did that help?
Thank you.
I've got another quick question,
Go
if
ahead,
you don't mind.
sorry.
In poking through your plans, you include a 4-foot multi-use trail with a little gabing wall or a little retaining wall. What do you plan on using that for, out of curiosity?
Yeah, that's a great question. Yeah, so if I may I go to the computer to zoom in so you could see a little bit easier? So this is the trail section that we're speaking about. So this is the trail from Kinnick Arm down along the west side of Beach Lake. And this is a tie-in trail to allow access from the parking lot here at Beach Lake up to the trail. This was identified as an appropriate connection. However, it is a little bit steeper in grade, so an 8-foot wide trail wasn't feasible in this area. So we identified this as a 4-foot trail. And that would primarily be for connectivity.
Perfect. Thank you very much.
Commissioner Gordy?
Hi.
Hi.
I just have one really quick question, and I may have simply missed it in the package, so I just want to touch on it. In looking at the inlet overlook, which seems like a great idea, is there any connection from that area to the beach itself?
Yeah, I'm going to, if you don't mind, I'm going to scroll down so you can look at that. So this is the area that we're speaking about. So this is where the chicane gate would be crossing the dog mushing trail, and this would be the inlet overlook on this side. So it is not intended to build access down to the beach. There is current existing use, social trails that do access the beach. That is not part of this project. This project is simply crossing people over to the inlet side so they can have a wonderful view of the Kinnick Arm. There is intended to be interpretive signage, a couple of benches, an opportunity for people to pause and take a moment before they continue back on the trail. Yeah.
Thank you.
Sorry, we're having a technical difficulty. I have a question for you.
Yeah.
So I looked through your stakeholders, and I noticed that there's an existing railroad crossing. It looks like, is the intent to improve or expand the existing parking at that location?
As part of this project, we are not proposing parking improvements at this time. The trail does intersect multiple parking locations at David Blackburn Road, also where the culvert crossing would be, and also at the railroad. It is something that we will have to work with the railroad for an at-grade crossing, and that would also potentially require chicane gates, similar as what you see down in Ship Creek, down where the railroad crossing is before the depot. Something similar to that is a potential.
Thank you. That was kind of where my question was
yeah,
leading,
that
as I
was-
looked through your stakeholder involvement, and I didn't see that the railroad had been contacted, and I would imagine it does look like they have parking existing and a trail crossing existing, but was curious where in your involvement with your stakeholder groups that you were going to consult with the railroad.
Yes, the railroad had been contacted. We did speak with them about this project, and they didn't see it being a large hindrance, just they would have to go through their process. So,
Okay, thank you.
you're welcome.
Are there any other questions of the petitioner? So what will happen is I'll open the hearing to public testimony, and then you have 4 minutes reserved that comes back to you after that.
Fantastic. Thank you so much.
Thank you. So we will now open the hearing to public testimony. Is there anyone wishing to testify? Thank you. Please state and spell your name for the record, and whether you are testifying as an individual or representative of a group.
My name is Aurora Hablett, A-U-R-O-R-A, last name H-A-B as in Bravo, L-E-T-T, and I'm here as an individual.
Thank you. Go ahead.
I'm really excited. I hope this trail gets passed. Yeah, that's it.
Oh, thank you, Aura. Is there anybody else who would like to testify? Thank you. Please.
Good evening, thank you for being here. My name is Lois Brabson, L-O-I-S, B-R-A, B as in Bravo, S-O-N, and I'm here as an individual also, and I'm really excited about this opportunity that we have. That's it, I support it. Thank you.
Thank you, Lois. Is there anybody else who would like? Yep, okay, come on up.
Good evening. My name is Sandra Halstead, H-A-L-S-T-E-A-D. I'm an individual, and I am in complete support of this trail.
Great, thank you, Sandra.
Thank you for your time, Andrew Brabson, B-R-A-B as in boy, S-O-N, also an individual. I passionately support this problem and it has my recommendation. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Andrew.
Hi, I'm Carlene Van Tol, Carlene Vantol. I'm here as an individual, biking, hiking, and skiing. I definitely support this trail. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Carlene.
Hi, I'm Adam Muggli, ADAM, MUGGLI, and I support the trail.
Great, thank you, Adam.
Hi, I'm Hannah Booher, HANNAHBOOHER, and I support the trail.
Thank you, Hannah.
Hello, I'm Penny Boer, PENNYBOOHER, and I'm 100% in support of this trail. Thank you.
Great, thank you, Penny.
Good evening. I'm David Arthen, DAVIDARTHEN. I very much support this trail, as does my wife.
Great, thank you, David.
Clark Saunders, CLARK, SAUNDERS, individual, 100% supported. Mountain bike and skiing, everything.
Thank you, Clark.
My name's Al Mitchell, A-L, last name Mitchell, M-I-T-C-H-E-L-L, and I am here in support of the project.
Thank you, Al.
Hi, folks. Thanks for being here. My name's Will Tagan, W-I-L-L, T as in Tom, A-Y, G as in George, A-N, and I'm here representing Chugach mountain bike riders. I'm the executive director of the club, and we are happy to have received a grant from the Anchorage Assembly to fund this trail. And so I just encourage you guys to realize that this is already a priority of the city and has a lot of support, and we've done our best to make this consistent with both the trails at Mirror Lake, which you saw in the image at the beginning, kind of modeling the trails after that, and of the trails that are different, modeling after Far North Bicentennial. So I feel very confident that the work done here is top-notch. So thank you.
Thank you, Will. Are there any other members of the public that would like to speak? Okay. The petitioner, would you like to use your remaining time? The petitioner has said no for the record.
No, thank you.
Thanks. Are there any more questions from the commission for the petitioner or staff? Nope, I'm not seeing any. The public hearing is now closed. The matter now rests with the body. We will move and vote on the variant, on the May we have a motion to approve case 2023-0113? Moved by Commissioner Gordy. Mover, would you please state your motion?
Yes. I move in case 2023-0133 to approve a new non-motorized multi-use trail approximately 4 miles in length in Beach Lake Park consistent with the application dated October 13th, 2023 and inclusive of phases 1 and 2 of the new multi-use trail and the relocation of approximately 1.9 miles of mushing trails. And I intend to support the motion.
Thank you. It's been seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Commissioner Gordy, would you please speak to your motion?
Yes. I read through the staff report. I looked at the packet submitted by the petitioner, and I see no reason why this should not be approved. This looks like a great project. It is consistent with Title 21 and with municipal plans. It has widespread support from all of the area agencies that are funding and or have sought funding for this project. And I think it's a great project and it was a great presentation. We look forward to seeing the trail.
Thank you, Commissioner Gordy. Commissioner Sullivan, would you speak to your second?
Yes. I intend to support the motion. The team went through a feasibility analysis to solve any potential for unsafe crossings. You had extended engagement with the community. You received lots of letters of support from different groups. The department recommends approval. You have your grant. The trail is going to be a great value for year-round for the community. Thank you all for your hard work.
Thank you, Commissioner Sullivan. Are there any other commissioners wishing to speak to the motion and or add findings? I'll go ahead. I intend to support the motion. I think this is a wonderful addition to the community. I really like the thoughtfulness that went into making sure that there would be safe crossings with the multiple users that intend to use this facility. I will note that it is consistent with the municipal plans, the 1997 area-wide trails plan, the 2006 Chugach Eagle River Comprehensive Plan, including the update, the 2007 Chugach Eagle River Long Range Transportation Plan. All of the parcels for this project have a future land use designation of park and natural resource. In addition to the few plans that were called out in the staff report on page 27 of the commission's packet, there were several other plans and other references that this also complies with. There was a robust stakeholder involvement, public involvement, meetings throughout the development of the plans. I like that you will continue to work with the railroad to make sure that that's also addressed because that can be of great concern. So I intend to support the motion also. Thank you for all of your hard work. And thank you, community, for coming out to express your support. Are there any other commissioners that would like to speak or add findings? Okay, if there's no further discussion, may we have a vote on case number 2023-0113?
Mr. Nello, how do you vote?
In favor, yay.
Ms. Boland, how do you vote?
Yes.
Case 0133 passed with a vote of 6 in favor and 0 against. We don't have any requests to make an appearance before the board or reports this evening, so we will move on to commissioners' comments. Are there any comments from commissioners? Okay. I guess I'll say thank you. It's nice that you all came out and braved the roads and the weather to come before us. We appreciate your participation in this process. And this is the last meeting of 2023, so I hope you all have good holidays and a Happy New Year. So next we'll be moving on to adjournment. Could I please get a motion to adjourn? It's been moved by Commissioner Gordy. It's been seconded by Commissioner Sullivan. Are there any objections? Hearing none, the meeting is adjourned at 7:06 p.m.